Hello everyone, I am the narrator of this wonderful skit for the Play with Ray edition. Now you're probably wondering, how did this story all start? Well, it all started when Mr. Arturo Romero, the young cellist, ended up getting an invitation to participate in the Play with Ray competition, where he gets to compete along with fine other musicians to play Kreisler's Liebeslied. Ray, who is the host of the meeting and the competition, will be able to pick 20 winners, and Mr. Romero wants to try to get the best prepared for this competition. Here, he walks from the corridor to Mr. Turner's office, where he wants him to review his recordings. And thus, that is where our situation begins.
Greetings, Mr. Turner. Well, good afternoon, Mr. Romero. What can I help you with?
I would really love for you to review my recordings for the competition. I want your feedback. Is that alright with you?
Let's take a listen then, shall we?
Here, the young Mr. Romero is sitting down and carefully reviewing his Liebeslied recordings. However, he does not feel satisfied with the one he is listening to currently, and thus, he begins to doubt if he wants to use that as a reference point in his play. He will begin to speak in a few moments.
It's a good recording, but I feel like it could be better.
Yeah, I definitely agree, Mr. Romero. Would you like to listen to the third recording to see if it can relate to you?
Yes, let's try the third recording to see if it really fits well with me.
While listening, Mr. Romero tries to search for the right interpretation that he wants to play Kreisler's Liebeslied. However, he still does not feel satisfied with what he's playing. In fact, he feels like he could do something better.
Well, I'll say, Mr. Romero, you really have the nice expression and creativity that any violinist would dare to have. I think that you will sound splendid in this competition, right?
Thank you, but something is missing.
Well, what could that be, Mr. Romero?
Here, Mr. Romero is trying to come up with what he wants to make differently for his Liebeslied recording. Eventually, he comes up with a really brilliant but risky idea.
I know exactly what it is. It's the range. If I played the range an octave higher, like in the Kreisler Liebeslied, then I can be able to sure have these expressive qualities like any violinist that can play it. Doesn't that sound like a great idea, Mr. Turner?
Well, yeah, but...
Wait,
An octave higher? Mr. Romero? Have you even practiced that part? You do realize that there are different fingerings and different techniques for that. It doesn't even help that you have your competition in 15 minutes.
Relax, Mr. Turner. I've done these practice challenges all the time. So surely when I do this one, I guarantee that I will not fail.
Yes, but that is during practice sessions. You do realize that your competition is coming up and that you'll barely have time to practice. Mr. Romero, you're due on for 15 minutes. What is going on here? This young man right here wants to play the Liebeslied an octave higher for a challenge. Can you believe that?
God, no! Mr. Romero! You can't just be doing a leaning workout in the middle of a competition like this! What do you think Ray Chen is thinking when he hears you? Julia, you see me practice this all the time. And besides, you can just transcribe an octave higher, can't you? Or you can just get the violin edition, right? Perhaps I can do that. Well, that's splendid then. Let's make sure we go over there and impress the audience. Come on, Julia, we only have 10 minutes.
What? Mr. Romero? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Turner, but I have to go. What? What is the meaning of all this atrocity? He's gonna lose a spot in the competition. I can already feel it. Oh, man. Well, it looks like I'll have to consult my daughter about this atrocity, right?
Wow, these are such talented musicians. I'm so proud of them. Oh, hello, Father. Did you hear about the new cellist that's playing for a competition? Mr. Romero is so amazing, and he's so cute.
I wouldn't bet on that, Shelley. That man always tries to take a challenge and tries to make it into his own thing, thinking he can be able to play it well. You gotta be careful not to trust people too quickly, Shelley.
Well, don't be so hard on the musicians, Father. I'm pretty sure that he will do wonderful. Despite the fact that he might be doing a challenge, I've seen how he plays, and he's so talented. I'm rooting for him all the way. Oh, here comes Mr. Chen right now.
Yeah, I heard that guy Miguel Chamorro. He was actually really astounding. A really awesome composition. Oh, Mr. Turner, you said you wanted to see me, right?
Mr. Ray Chen, this young participant who plays the cello thinks he can make it a good idea to prepare Liebeslied one octave higher for this competition without even warming up. What can you think of this?
1 octave higher? Oh, you mean Mr. Arturo Romero. Yeah, I have heard about him. It is actually a really creative opportunity that he is taking. I mean, it is obviously a risk, but I'm pretty sure that he is a really fine young musician, and that he is able to learn how to do this properly. As judge, I would vote that that is a very, very creative ability that he has there.
Mr. Chen, as assistant judge, I have to tell you that this is not appropriate behavior.
Not appropriate behavior? Don't be so headstrong, Mr. Turner. I am the main judge of this competition, and I decide who gets to go through and who does not. These people are trying to do many creative things out there, and I don't want you to be so strict and so headstrong about them. They're trying their best and they're trying to do new things. It's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be the menuing competition. Jesus Christ, Mr. Turner, think about this type of thing. You're the one that is actually judging and taking the notes, but I think that it is a really creative opportunity that he is trying to take.
Oh, all right, Mr. Chen, but you do remember, if he does not play as well, it will cost a spot in the competition.
Oh, I am still aware of that. I'll be the judge on that.
Meanwhile, 10 minutes later.
Mr. Turner.
Greetings, Mr. Romero. My God, that was such astounding playing you have there. Well, Mr. Romero is quite the talented performer, I hear. I'm actually really impressed that he was able to do this really well.
Oh my goodness, Mr. Romero! That was an astounding performance. I really enjoyed it so much. Even Mr. Ray Chen back there says that he really liked your performance as well. The results will be announced in 2 hours. But in the meantime, can I get your autograph?
My question is, Mr. Romero, how were you able to do it in such that short amount of time? You weren't able to warm up and everything. How were you able to do that such an atrocity?
Well, that's easy, Mr. Turner. The key to make sure that I succeed in these type of situations is to always practice. And make sure you do that, everyone. Always practice, even in the most dire situations.